Thank you all very much. I stopped by New to You today. I always start my jokes here with, I went to junior high, or it's the best room in town, and I saw more boobs backstage tonight than I saw in junior high school, and college combined. So, does anybody know what the mascot for Laramie Junior High is? I went to New to You today and I found Laramie Scout mittens. Well, it was kind of a fiasco today. This show is called Metamorphosis, and so I do have bad problems with women, and the show started out with Siri deleting my entire act. Fuck yeah! So, guess what? You guys get all new stuff, or some old stuff redone, but it's hopefully it'll all work out for us all. And Metamorphosis is the act, and Siri and I did date for a while. She was a perfect woman for me. She lived in my pants. She knew all the perfect times to vibrate. She did not drool. And she did not let me make drunk calls. Anybody else have iPhone out there? Cheating bitch. Fuck yeah! But anyway, I wanted to, well, these are the Scout mittens, but the dumbest mascot in sports history, Lady Rams. That's fucking stupid. There's just a thing as a Lady Ram. Stupidest mascot in sports history, Lady Plains, but my mascot. That's fucking dumb. So I did my, they asked me for my stage name when I first came out 3 years ago, and I decided I was born with the stage name because my name is Chestnut, and I got the chest and I got the nuts. But for tonight, for Metamorphosis, I changed my name because my favorite movie is Pulp Fiction, and I changed it to Pancho Villalobos. Pancho's House of the Wolves. Anyway, so my sports teams suck. Starting with the Plainsmen, of course. Plainsmen suck. Cowboys suck bad. Dolphins suck really bad. But I do have a good joke about the Broncos. Any Bronco fans out there? So I was outside the Civic Center about 6 months ago. This kid comes riding up on a bike, and I noticed that the light on his handlebars isn't working anymore. But he's got one on his head that is. So I say, "What are you doing, going mining?" And he goes, "No, it's a drag. When the temperature drops below 30, the lamp on the bike doesn't work anymore." I said, "That's funny. You should call it Peyton Manning." So there's a new strain of pot down in Colorado called Brock Osweiler. You take one hit and you're on the bench for 18 weeks. And so one of my other favorite adopted sports teams is Fighting Sioux, North Dakota. And it's racist, so they made them get rid of their name, which I think kind of sucks because Daniel Snyder's been holding on to Washington Redskins forever, but he decided to finally give up. He's getting rid of Washington. He hates fucking Washington. They're just the Redskins. Anyway, so I was in the hospital a lot last year, quite a while, about 6 months. Fuck yeah! I love the women in this show. And that's another thing I would like to say. That's another thing. And that's another thing I would really like to stress. I've been doing this show for 3 years, and we have not had a good MC since this whole thing started. Johnny Knocker sucks. The other guys weren't good, but Joey Diamond is awesome. Give him an applause. Like I said, I was in the hospital a lot last year. They asked me a lot of different questions, especially about allergies. They kept on asking if I was allergic to latex, and I was like, no, not really. And then I started thinking, well, yeah, actually when I use a condom, something swells. Kind of a milky discharge. So, I had a problem just this last week. It was embarrassing. I hate to say it, especially all the women backstage here tonight, but I had a testicle swell a lot. I mean, it was swelling and swelling. Finally, it was like the size of a football. It got a little painful. I decided to take it in and see what was going on. So I asked the doctor what we were going to do, and he says, well, it's gut boil, and we're going to prick the boil. I says, sometimes just joke, we say we're going to boil the prick, but no, we're just going to prick the boil. And I said, well, doc, I don't know who's going to do this. It's kind of embarrassing, but what is the procedure called? And he said, We call it, we just changed it, it's the Tom Brady. So being disabled does suck, except for pretty girls do open doors for you. And I did try out for Last Comic Standing, and they told me, get the fuck off the stage, you can't stand, asshole. And let's see. So that, I don't know if you guys saw a couple months ago, that county clerk in Kentucky wasn't giving gay couples marriage licenses. Bitch, chick, what a bitch. Anyway, but I found out it really didn't have anything to do with her religious shit. It was just that she was giving too many of her cousins marriage licenses. And the bitch had been married 5 times, they just ran out of licenses. So yeah, I did have a girlfriend recently. She was kind of the perfect one for me because she was mute. And she couldn't drive, no pop-ins. And I've always been able to keep up both sides of the conversation. But she broke up with me on New Year's Eve when I was in the hospital. And like I say, she's mute, so I had to break up with myself over the phone. And that's bullshit. I'm already disabled. Give me a fucking break. Okay. So, like I said, my women problems have been tough. I'm thinking about going the Caitlyn Jenner way to go because that guy can fuck himself. Literally. Go fuck yourself, Bruce Jenner. One of my favorite things is going to the Buckhorn late at night because I do have luck with women there because they're all drunk and they fall in my lap, spill their drinks on me. I installed a stripper pole just in case, you know, there's some of the fringe benefits. And any Coors Light drinkers out there? Way to go. When I go to Colorado, I pee in the streams because I want at least one molecule of my urine in every bottle of Coors Light. And I'm a county commissioner here, and I just want to say we have great county government here. We have one of the best sheriffs in the country. Dave O'Malley. I was on Facebook one morning, and I had a friend put up a post that said, post one word that describes you the first time you ever met me. So I put bong. So I had some work to do around the house, got down to the courthouse about an hour later, got back online, and in that hour I had 50 hits on that post. When I staggered over to the sheriff's office, I said, Sheriff O'Malley, I just got 50 bong hits in 1 hour on Facebook. I am so cyberstoned. Well, thank you guys very much, and I just want to say, I never want to get so famous to get MS named after me, so if I start getting famous, only half of you guys buy my CD. Because I don't ever want to wheel downtown someday and hear somebody get it and say, oh man, my Chestnuts is really fucking with my Asperger's. Alright, I gotta roll. Thank you.
And he's rolling. What?